Welcome to today's story time. I'm Okie and I'm so excited to read with you all today. We're going to read one of my favorite books, Wild About Books. Before we start reading, let's look at the front cover. What do you notice? When I look at the front cover, I notice these animals. Looks like a zebra and a bear. And then I also notice the title, Wild About Books. So I'm already thinking, why is this called Wild About Books? And I'm going to read to find out. Our book today is written by Judy and it's illustrated by Mark Brown. Okay, let's read. It started the summer of 2002 when the Springfield librarian, Molly McGrew, by mistake drove her bookmobile into the zoo. Molly opened the door and she let down the stair, turned on the computer and sat in her chair. At first, all the animals watched from a distance, but Molly could conquer the strongest resistance. So we see Molly and the bookmobile and the animals. What are the animals doing? What are the animals doing? Yeah, the animals are looking from a distance. They're kind of wondering, what's Molly doing? So let's keep reading to see what happens. By reading aloud from the good Dr. Seuss, she quickly attracted a mink and a moose, a wombat, an oryx, a lemur, a lynx, 8 elephant calves, and a family of skinks. So I see so many different animals. And it looks like they're coming closer to Molly. What did Molly do to bring the animals closer? What did Molly do to attract the animals? From reading aloud, that's how she attracted the animals. So let's keep reading and see. In a flash, every beast in the zoo was stampeding to learn all about this new something called reading. That word stampeding is a little tricky. I'm going to use the picture to help me. I see all the animals. It looks like they're running. They're coming really, they're coming all together. And so that's helping me think about the word stampeding. And stampeding means suddenly rushing wildly as a group. So they're all coming together to Molly because they love this something called reading. Forsaking their niches, their nests, and their nooks, they went wild, simply wild, about wonderful books, choosing thin books and fat books and cat-in-the-hat books and new books and true books and heaps of how-to books. Animals love all those different books. Giraffes wanted tall books and crickets craved small books, while geckos could only read stick-to-the-wall books. The pandas demanded more books in Chinese. Molly filled their requests, always eager to please. She even found waterproof books for the otter, who never went swimming without Harry Potter. Raccoons read alone and baboons read in bunches. Let me read that again. Raccoons read alone and baboons read in bunches, and llamas read dramas while eating their lunches. This is so silly. Hyenas shared jokes with the red-bellied snakes, and they howled and they hissed till their funny bones ached. So all the animals are really enjoying their books. Are all the animals reading the same type of book? What do you think? Are all the animals reading the same type of book? Every animal is reading something different and things that really go with who they are. So the hyenas are known to laugh, so they're reading those joke books and they love that. While giraffes, for example, want those tall books because they're really tall. So everyone's reading something different that they love. A tree kangaroo who adored Nancy Drew began solving mysteries right there at the zoo, such as why were the Bandicoots' books overdue? Gently, Molly taught lessons in treating books right, for the boa constrictor squeezed Crichter too tight. Baby bunnies mucked up Goodnight Moon with their paws. Giant termites devoured the Wizard of Oz. Oh no, the animals were not treating the book right, so Molly had to teach them the right way to treat a book. And we know we treat our books with love and care, turning the pages really gently. That's probably what Molly taught the animals too. And Bear's love of books was completely outrageous. They licked all the pictures right off the pages. Oh no. Tasmanian devils found books so exciting that soon they had given up fighting for writing. They made up adventures so thrilling and new that the others decided to be authors too. Pythons wrote with their tails, penguins wrote with their bills, and porcupines wrote with their very own quills. So after the animals were reading, what did they start to do? They started writing. Yes, exactly. At the new insect zoo, bugs were scribbling haiku. The scorpion gave each a stinging review. So we see the scorpion giving his little reviews. Pretentious, stinks, boring, redundant. That's scorpion. As the cheetah's new novel began to take shape, he read chapters each night to the Barbary ape. And although the gazelle couldn't spell very well, like everyone else, she had stories to tell. Imagine the hippo's enormous surprise when the memoir was given the Zoo Litzer Prize. With so many new books, Molly knew what to do. She hired 12 beavers, a stork, and a newt to build a branch library there at the zoo. Then the animals cried, "We can do it ourselves. We can check the books out. We can put them on shelves." And they did, and they do, up to this very day. 3 cheers for the zoobrary. Hip, hip, hooray! And you can cheer it too. Say hip, hip, hooray! Excellent. When you visit the zoo now, you surely won't mind if the animals seem just a bit hard to find. They are snug in their niches, their nests, and their nooks, going wild, simply wild about wonderful books. The end. So that brings me to my question that I asked at the beginning. Why does the author call this book Wild About Books? What do you guys think? Why does the author call the book Wild About Books? Yeah, as I was reading it, I saw that all the animals really, really love the books. When you're wild about something, you really love it. So the animals love the books, but also they were wild animals. So they were wild about those books. So there are a couple of things that we can do after we read a story like this. One thing I want you to think about is, what are you wild about? Are you wild about soccer? Are you wild about dancing? Are you wild about science or reading like the animals? What are you wild about? Think about something that you really love and draw a picture. And you can say, I'm wild about, and draw a picture. And feel free to share it with your LitLife family. You could just post it up here on our page, and that would be fantastic. Another thing you can do after reading this story is think about all the animals. We met a lot of different animals in this book. Some of them I've never heard before. So you could take one that maybe you've never heard before, like a wombat or an oryx, and look it up and see, what does that animal do? What are they all about? And yeah, maybe share what you learned with your family members or your friends. So I want you to think about what you're wild about, and then also think about some of these animals we met. Look them up and learn all about them. Thank you guys so much for listening today. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.